Don't mess with me. I have the power of God and anime on my side. Ah! Hey everybody, it's Mother Goose, and welcome back to my channel. I got ghosts. Before I really jump into this video, this is your spoiler warning. So, I am unapologetically in love with the movie A Silent Voice. I have made that clear here on my channel. It is my all-time favorite movie, period. So good. But I cannot ever talk about how much I love the movie without somebody saying, well, hey, you know what else is really good? You should watch Your Name. So, I finally watched Your Name. Watch the movie, they said. It's great, they said. You won't be traumatized at all, they said. Well, you know what? They were all right. Except for the last one. Please send help. I absolutely loved this movie. It was amazing. I really don't know where to start. It just was so good. The storyline was so good. The characters were amazing. The music, everything, so fantastic. By the way, there are time codes in the description if you want to jump around this video. So, I want to just start off by talking very briefly about the story. Obviously, if you're watching this, you've probably already watched the film. If not, again, spoilers. So, you guys don't need to hear what the film is about. So, I'm going to just give as small a description as I can about the film. It's literally about a guy and a girl who end up body swapping, but they don't know who they are. And it's not like a Freaky Friday situation where they like body swap and it's permanent. They keep jumping back and forth and they forget about it when it happens. And so for a long time they don't realize it's happening, and finally they catch on, and it's this long, beautiful, romantic story, and it really hit me in the gut. Alright, let's just jump into it, okay? I don't got time to dilly-dally, to delay. When he makes it to her town and sees it's destroyed, I literally broke. I almost started crying. I felt like I was gonna throw up. And then I was like, this is the end. The credits are gonna start rolling. And I hit pause to see how much time was left. And oh, look, see here. There was literally 50 minutes left in the film. And I was like, excuse me, the heck. And the whole sequence of them trying to save the town, when it left you not knowing if she was alive or not, or if she succeeded. Again, what the heck? And then, on the bridge, 8 years later, when they pass each other, and they both look around to see the other one, but it's at different times, and then they keep going, and then it just cuts to a bunch of random shots of random people and random locations. I thought the credits were gonna roll. There was like a couple minutes left in the film. I literally thought the credits were gonna roll, and I was so angry. I was so mad at each and every one of you for making me watch this stupid film, because I thought, one, she died, and then, oh, she's alive. He has a chance to save her. And then I thought she died again. And then, oh no, she's alive. And then it jumps 5 years later. And I thought he was going to end up with that other girl. But then, oh no, she was married to someone else. And then they don't find each other. Oh, I was so mad. When the credits were about to roll, I was so angry. And I felt like I was going to throw up. I love this movie so much. And they were just going to do us like that. They were going to just end it like that, with them passing each other and never seeing each other again. But then after that sequence of just random shots, they're on the train, and they see each other, but they're going the wrong direction. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to yell, but excuse me. And then they found each other, and they asked each other, your name, what's your name? And the credits rolled. Are you kidding me? Mwah. Beautiful. Beautiful. That movie had me on the edge of my seat the entire time until the last few seconds. And then we got it. We got what we wanted. They met. They found each other. Oh, he saved her. He saved her life. When I found out she died, I was like, okay. First, when I found out the meteor hit, I was like, okay, maybe she made it. And then he found her name in the book of the deceased friends. Oh, what was worse, honestly, was because I figured, I'd already emotionally crashed and burned. I'd already accepted that she was dead. But then when you saw her friends' names, you're like, oh no. And then you're like, her grandma and her sister. Oh no, why? Why did they do this? Why? This movie was an emotional roller coaster, and I loved it. I loved it so much, and I hated it. I was so angry. Oof, I was gonna sue. I was ready to sue. Okay, sorry about that little rant. Let's actually talk about the movie. Let's talk about what I liked, what I didn't like, which I don't think was anything, to be honest. There were a few cuts in the beginning where I was like, this doesn't really feel right. It wasn't because the directors and the animators just made bad choices. It was a stylistic choice to show early on in the film that they were in different time frames, and looking back, it was beautiful, but at the time it was a little confusing, but I would not change it at all. So that's the one thing I didn't like, but once I actually realized what was going on, I loved it. Another thing, talking about just little hints in the beginning that they're in different times. When Mitsuha is in the cafe for the first time and she says, wow, this food is way too expensive here at this cafe, and Taki's friends are like, maybe a couple of years ago. What a great little hint. What a great little hint. And I'm sure there are others that I'm not thinking of. Let me know in the comments what other hints did the film leave early on, because I've only seen it once at this point. Here's what we're going to do. Again, time codes in the description. Sorry about my rant. We're going to talk about the characters. We're going to talk about the music, the animation, and then I'm going to give some final thoughts. I've ranted on the story. I'm sorry. I know most YouTube commentaries have these really nice poetic scripts written out. These are just my raw, unfiltered thoughts. Hope you guys like it. This is me. So first, the characters. Taki and Mitsuha. I loved both of their characters. They were relatable. They both had individual quirks. It was really nice to see how they were different from each other when they were in each other's bodies, if that makes sense. Like, Mitsuha's quirks would travel over to when she was in Taki's body, and Taki's quirks would transfer over when he was in her body. It was very well done. I really loved it. I loved the grandmother. I loved the sister. I thought they were both good characters. I really appreciated the fact that the grandmother knew what was going on, and the fact that that was like a family trait. I just thought that was really unique and a really good touch. In terms of Mitsuha's friends, I really liked both of them. I don't remember their names off the top of my head, but I really liked them. I liked that the guy was really into conspiracy theories, and as soon as everything went down, he was just all in. He was ready for it. This is what this man had been preparing for his entire life. Mitsuha said, hey, you want to blow up the electric generator because I'm actually a boy and I've been transferring bodies with Mitsuha for like a year now? He was 100% down. Yes, sir, let's do it. Let's commit some crime. I just thought that was great. And I really loved that him and the other girl ended up in the end and that they were going to get married. I thought that was such a great touch seeing them in the cafe in the end. In terms of Taki's friends, first his dad. I didn't really get to see a lot of him, but he was an okay character. I don't think they really needed any more of him than what we saw. His friends were great, and I really loved that when everything went down and he wanted to go see Mitsuha for the first time, they were all totally down to help him and just ready to ensure that he was safe and he was happy, and they were with him almost till the end, Tilly ran away, got to the mountain, saved her life, blah, blah, blah. You all know. You all know what it is. The music. Oh my gosh. The music was so beautiful. I have been jamming out to Sparkle since I first heard it. Now, it's kind of funny. I was listening to some classical music while I was doing some homework, and the song Sparkle just popped up. When my classical playlist ended, Sparkle was the first song that started playing after, and I immediately fell in love with it, and I was just like, okay, this is a sign. I gotta watch this movie. And then I kind of forgot about it, and I was watching the movie, and the song started playing, and I was like, hey, that's that song I really like. And then it clicked. It clicked that I knew what the song was from. I don't know. I just thought that was funny. I really, really loved the music and the animation. So good. The animators did a fantastic job. Loved the character designs. Oh, and the scenery. Oh, it was so beautiful. I loved the dream sequence where Taki gets knocked out and he starts seeing Mitsua's life, and he sees her mom and the loss of her mom, and he sees the comet, and it was just so good. Wow. Okay, I'm sorry. These are just, again, my raw, unfiltered thoughts. I literally just finished watching the movie. I hit pause, turned it off, turned on my computer, and here we are. I am in love with this movie. It is so, so good. I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. I do still think I liked A Silent Voice better, but oh, Your Name was so good. Oh, it was so good. I don't know. I hate watching really great anime like this and then it just being over and me not knowing what to do with my life. I don't know. I just really, really liked the movie. And the fact that they kept forgetting each other, and after they met on the mountain and they started forgetting each other, that broke my heart. And Mitsuha went to look on her hand to see his name, and all she found was I love you. What? Okay, no, I'm sorry. When she fell while she was running and she got all beat up and she was just laying there and the comet was flying over above, I literally thought the comet was going to hit while she was unconscious and we were going to find out that she died again. I would have quit. I would have quit anime. I would have quit movies. I would have dropped my major. I'm a film major. I would have been done with film. Just no more. Goodbye. See you later. Oh, and then she got up and she went and talked to her dad, and everyone was safe and everyone was sound. Well, we didn't know. It just ended on her talking to her dad, and then it jumps 8 years in the future. Oof. But then we find out she's alive, and that was fantastic. I'm sorry. I just really, absolutely love this film. I would give it a 10 out of 10. One of the best films I've ever seen in my life. If you haven't seen it, definitely go check it out. It will emotionally wreck you. And again, I'm sorry. I wanted this to be a more structured review, but I'm shook. I know I've said a lot, but I feel simultaneously like I can't shut up about it, but I'm also speechless, and I love that feeling. This movie was absolutely amazing. I cannot say it enough. But this has already gone on for 20 minutes, and I just feel like or at least the recording, and I just feel like all I've said is this movie was amazing. So that's the end of my review. I've got a couple things I want to talk about before this video ends. I don't know what my next So I Finally is going to be. Probably a video game. I really want to break into doing video games for this series as well. But for the next anime So I Finally, I really want it to be a Studio Ghibli film, because I've never seen one. I know, I'm a huge anime fan, and I've never seen a Studio Ghibli film. I am an embarrassment to weebs. I'm sorry. So let me know in the comments, what is the best Studio Ghibli movie I should watch? Or what's the best one, or what's the best one I should watch first? Let me know in the comments. Also, in the annotations is a little poll asking, subbed or dubbed. I want to know, what is your guys' preferences? That's really it. Sorry I was all over the place. I love this movie. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to like and consider subscribing to join the flock so you don't miss any more crazy ramblings like this. I really appreciate you guys, and I really appreciate all of the support I've gotten. This is the first video I've made since we've broken 100 subs, and I just cannot say thank you guys enough. And also, I guess if you've made it this far, let me know in the comments, should I do something to celebrate 100 subs? That's all. Mother Goose out.